Hey everyone, this is Louis7 and today I have a special video because I want to share my setup that I will be using this year, including, notably, a new webcam that you are seeing me from right now. Alright, so now I am recording with my phone and what you see right now is my setup. And first, my desk is 6 feet wide and it's actually just a utility table, so that's a little bit weird. And on the right there, I have a little side desk, which I do most of my school and work from. And then back to the actual desk, so I have my monitor, and on top of my main monitor right there, you probably see the new webcam, which is a Logitech C920, I believe. And then I do have my keyboard down here, my mouse, that kind of standard stuff. There's nothing really too fancy about them. I guess my mouse pad is really wide, and I think it's even called like a gaming mat or something like that. And then my second monitor off to the side, which I do a lot of stuff. It's really helpful for streaming and just like in general. And then I already mentioned I have my personal laptop and my work laptop actually on the side desk, so that's pretty busy over there. But on top of those, above those rather, I have my microphone, which is on the arm and kind of put in its resting position when I don't use it, and my headphones as well. I have a little screw that they hang on when I am not using them. But that's kind of generally my setup. Now I do want to move down to look at my computer. But before we do that, I should look at actually the back, because my setup here is very weird. Let's actually go way back here, and due to the spacing in my area, my room here, I could basically only put the desk there. I could make a little bit of changes or have the desk up against the wall, but I didn't really want that. So the really weird thing is we have the window back here, which the desk is kind of blocking, but I have my desktop down there. And just a brief look at my view, it's kind of getting late and dark out right now, but that is a brief look at my view, so it's actually pretty nice from where I am, for where I am as well. I have a bit of a mess behind the monitors, just wires and a lot of stuff like that. I have this lamp here, that is, I'm actually not entirely sure how useful it will be, but that's for the webcam. I used to have that positioned differently, but I got a little bit different lighting setup. But down here, we actually go way down here, this is my desktop. The back of it, the kind of ugly side, can't really see the front with its positioning. That was probably not a good idea. Everything went upside down for you all probably. But now I do want to actually go and look in the desktop and share what I have in there. Alright, so I slid the back off and the PC is running right now. I just slid that off. Wow, I don't really ever get to see this. I did not know there was that much red lighting in here actually. But my CPU is an i7 7700K, I believe, so it is a little bit old, but kind of decent. And then down there is my GPU, GTX 970, so that's getting a few years old. And then I have actually a new power supply. My computer stopped working last year, and basically need a new power supply. And then I have a bunch of hard disk drives. I have 2 hard disk drives, and then I have a, what is it called, an SSD. Up in there as well, and then I have an M2 SSD somewhere on the motherboard. I can't even see it right now. I do want to give a shout out to my cats, and the first one here is the little skinny one. Her name is Lexi. She is very important to the Louis7 channel, even though it may not be seen in anything. And here actually is her view from the front, briefly. And then on my bed, I actually have a mess of blankets, but here's the other one. She's usually a bit more busy and in the way as well, but this one's name is Piper. Again, very important to the whole Louis7 process and the videos and content you all see. And I just remembered, now that we looked at the desktop, I forgot to mention this chair right here. It might seem a little bit odd to have a chair behind your desk, but I actually use that as a leg rest. It is very helpful for me, especially when streaming and just sitting at my desk in general, because I like having my legs up. It takes a lot of strain off my back, and it's just very helpful. But I do want to give one final look at my setup so you can see everything. You can actually see me in the reflection there, but that is no longer a problem because you will see me in more detail on the webcam in a moment. So I actually did want to give one more final look when I have the curtains closed, and this is what I will usually be using in the evening just because it's dark outside. And I actually have that new lamp, so that should help with the lighting, at least I hope. Well, I still have to actually see how that works, but this is just a final view of my setup. And one thing with the chair that you might notice is odd is I have a bunch of blankets on that. And just to explain real quickly, the chair, I really like the chair. It's actually a really cheap chair, but it is made out of bonded leather. Alright, the video just cut out on me, but I think bonded leather is a very uncomfortable material and very sweaty, especially sticky in the summer. So I just basically put blankets as a cover, and yeah, these are the blankets I have, so that is what is on there, and that's what that is about. Alright, so I am back at my setup, and I guess this is the big face reveal, so hopefully you all don't think I'm too ugly, but I'm going to go ahead and cut to me using the webcam as I normally would be in-game in a moment here. I'm actually in LOTRO right now, and I will switch over to that. So I actually cannot even see myself anymore to know what this looks like, but I am just sitting here in LOTRO, and this is what you saw as I was recording the actual setup, and I'm looking in the middle of the screen just so you all know what this looks like, and I think this is kind of what I would look like when I'm reading chat, but I think this, the webcam positioning, that is what I want to talk about. That is right above the chat, I believe, the left-hand window. So I do have my Kin chat on the bottom right here, and I still have that blurred, so there's a few questions, I guess, as far as the webcam positioning goes. Like if I move it to the bottom left side, which would be this side on the actual webcam, even though that is... Yeah, if I move it to the bottom right of the screen, I don't even know, for some reason my cursor's not showing, so you all can't even see that. Okay, so I honestly have no idea what's going on right now, but OBS is deciding to not capture my cursor, so we cannot see that. But anyway, just as far as the webcam positioning goes, if y'all have any feedback on where it is and anything like that, I mean the face cam positioning, I don't think there's much I can do about the actual webcam. But just kind of, if I go about a tiny bit of gameplay, this is just briefly what I would look like. And I'm actually going to record a little bit of a commentary section next, just talking, kind of wrapping things up basically. And I will have some background gameplay, preferably on this warden, in a moment here. Alright, so now I am transitioning to background gameplay and just commenting over it with the Facecam, and this is generally what things are going to look like whenever I have the Facecam up during commentaries, which that won't be all the time, but it's just when the Facecam will actually be relevant, I think, or when I think it will make the commentary better. But also with that, I do also make videos with notes in front of me. You probably see me looking off to the right a little bit. That's where I have my notes for things to talk about, and I will try to not look like I am just reading those, and it will probably take a little bit of practice for me to get used to that, and again, make sure I'm not just like reading something like this the whole time. And I guess what I'm really trying to get to is I want you all to give me some feedback on the Facecam and the positioning of it, the size of it, all things like that. Right now I have it as a little box above the chat and LOTRO, the chat window on the bottom left. So there's also borders and a lot of things like that I have to think about that I don't have done yet. But as far as this video goes and getting the webcam set up, I really wanted to do it right before, instead of have just like a quickly rushed video of anything with that. Even though I've had the webcam for a couple days, I could have even done a stream with it, but I really wanted to do this proper with the whole face reveal thing again. And getting back on track, I do want to talk about the lighting, and the lighting looks actually okay right now. There's a little bit of shadows on my eyes, so it's a little bit hard to see there, but I think I have a lamp back here off to my side to my left. And I also have to get used to talking about my left being over here, even though it being the right side of the screen will be a little bit weird as well, even though it is positionally to my left on the video as well. It's on the right side of the video, which this is my right hand, so that's all weird that I have to get used to looking at this, but that's something for another time to talk about. With the lighting, I just got this lamp today, actually. That's one of the other things I've been waiting for, and I am thinking about getting another one. It's a little bit expensive, but apparently lamps are expensive, and I did not know this, but I'm thinking about getting another one to put behind my desk, kind of near my cat tree, and that should illuminate the room a little bit more, but somehow it would be nice to get lower lighting, and I know you can put like lights behind your monitor. I did a whole lot of research on this to try to get something good, but I was going with something basic that would be generally useful for me to have, like that lamp is useful for me to have just in general. But anyway, I am getting way off topic here, and that's why I have the notes so I don't get off topic like that. But anyway, as far as this video goes, I hope you all enjoyed this sort of big face reveal type thing and just setup video in general. I kind of forgot we went over my whole setup, and that is the main point of this video. But I do hope I am not too ugly where I lose subscribers, because that would really just suck. And yeah, that wouldn't be good. But more seriously, I do want to thank you all for all the support, because the webcam, a lot with my channel basically would not be possible without you all and you all's support. It's all the viewers and all that sort of stuff that I kind of talked about in my big thank you video, and this is just a little addition to that. And yeah, I just do appreciate all that, and it does keep my channel going and things like this coming. And as far as this video goes, I do overall hope you all enjoyed it, and I really would appreciate feedback on the Facecam kind of in summary. And if you all did enjoy it, please consider liking and subscribing for more, or becoming a channel member to support the content and support upgrades like the ones you see in the video. And thanks for watching, everyone.